Hi everybody, welcome to my new review. Today I'll be looking at the new Dalek Paradigm, Dalek Eternal and Dalek Strategist. The Dalek Eternal is the yellow Dalek on the left. Oddly enough, his markings on the box call him Dalek the Eternal, which is weird because the Dalek Scientist and Dalek Strategist both are billed as such. It's a weird distinction that they made. Not quite sure where that's coming from, because as far as I remember in the episode, he was just called the Eternal, as in the only Eternal Dalek. So not quite sure where that is, but that's a minor packaging problem. The two come in regular bubble packs. The Dalek Eternal in America was exclusive to the Hastings chain of stores, none of which are anywhere near my area. But oddly enough, their packaging indicates that there's nothing exclusive about them. This package was made for Underground Toys, or by them, I should say, but there's absolutely no indication that this is an exclusive. By comparison, the blue Dalek Strategist, which I also got from Hastings, which was not an exclusive, is just marked as being from character options. Other than that, the packaging is exactly the same from the front. So let's take a look at the back packaging, which is also kind of interesting. So on the back packaging of the Dalek Eternal over here, we have the main assortment of figures that we knew was coming out. And you have the Ironside over here, Dalek, and the Dalek drone, which I don't have yet, but I hope to be getting from someone that has an extra from their Underhenge box set, I believe. Now, again, we have a mark from Underground Toys back here, and character options, so I'm guessing this was originally supposed to be through Underground Toys for America, and then somewhere along the line, Hastings put in an offer to have an exclusive. I'm not really sure why. But this is pretty much the main original assortment that we saw. What's interesting over here is that this is the same assortment, except that instead of Hawthorne on this box, we have the projected Weeping Angel, which is clear. The Ironside has been swapped with the Dalek drone, and in place of the Dalek drone, we have a picture of the Dalek Strategist. Now, over the Dalek Strategist, we have a sticker for Underground Toys. So, again, I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe these were supposed to come out through them, but never did, for some reason. So those are just interesting American packaging concerns that I had. So let's open the toys up, and we'll talk about them a little more in depth. Now, here are the two Daleks out of their packaging. Just for brevity's sake, they're the exact same sculpt, just painted differently. So to an extent, once you have one of the Daleks, you have all of them. But I like the idea of having the 5 different ones. I think they look visually cool. Now you'll remember when I talked about the Dalek Scientist from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, I mentioned not initially liking them in the episode, finding them a little too bulky this way, and having the hump. Having the Scientist toy for a couple months now, and having these two now, I really appreciate the sculpt a lot more, and probably the physical prop. I keep saying it, but from the front, these guys look awesome. I think they look really nice. They have this sort of cool new venting here that I really like. I think the colors make them pop a little bit more. They just seem more substantial. The problem that I really have with them, though, is just the length. They look fat. Let's talk about the Eternal real fast on his own. The Eternal is a sort of bright yellow, almost school bus yellow color. On camera, he looks a little more pale yellow. In reality, he looks a little more orange yellow. The orangey yellow color is screen accurate, though. In place of the charcoal color hemispheres that the other 4 New Paradigm Daleks have, the Eternal has shiny black hemispheres. They are not exactly the same color as the bumper. The bumper tends to be a matte black so that it doesn't reflect the light. The hemispheres here do. Other than that, this is exactly the same as the other Dalek figures. From the side, again, I'll just go over this real fast. The slope on the yellow Dalek doesn't look as severe as it does on others, but it's clearly there. I just find the sucker arm and the blaster arm to be way too long, and especially when you have a shorter eye stalk with a bulkier head. I mean, these are minor problems. From the back, he looks good. So, you know, it's the angle that you're filming them that they look really good or bad at. A couple things that I noticed about this Dalek that I didn't notice before. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up so much, but right along here is a seam on the Dalek, and I checked the 3 of them that I own, and it's there on each one. It's just more noticeable on the yellow one, because I guess underneath this is flat charcoal colored material, more plastic. But you know, it's just a little more obvious than it was on the previous figures. As well, I'm a little disappointed back here. This seam probably could have been handled a little more solidly. I think there's a little chunk of plastic missing on mine there. That's it. The only other displeasure I have, and again, I don't know how well this is going to show up. Probably not. There seems to be a crack here, and I don't think it's a crack. I think it's a seam, but it just looks fine enough that it's a crack in between each of the hemispheres here. Again, unless you're looking really close, you're not going to see it. I don't think it shows up on camera. But overall, I'm very happy with the Dalek Eternal. He looks very nice. He has the same problem with his casters, is that they're a little off-balanced, and he doesn't exactly roll that easy. He rolls better backwards than forwards. The Dalek Strategist is a very nice color of blue. It's a lot darker than I thought it would be. Not that it was sky blue in the show, but it's a little different than I expected. It looks very good. Other than that, it's the exact same toy. I had less paint issues on this one. The seam is almost invisible on the blue Dalek, probably because of his dark color. The one problem I have is this blaster arm is extremely flimsy. I know when I did my review for the Dalek Scientist, I was trying to fix a loose blaster arm, and the blaster just came right out in my hand. And then because of packaging and the length of the sucker arm, let me flip him around so you can see it a little bit better, is it's a little out of whack. It doesn't stand straight. I'm going to have to bend it back into place when I get a chance, but I'm a little disappointed about that. As well, I noticed that the eye stalks on both these Daleks, they only go up and down. You can't move them left or right. It seems really odd. So, I have to say, I'm really liking the blue Dalek more than I thought I would. The yellow Dalek looks really sharp. So right now, these are the 3 colors of Daleks that I have: the Scientist, the Strategist, and the Eternal. I'm hoping to get the red Dalek soon, and then however Character Options chooses to release the Supreme, which I hope they release him in some sort of logical single pack or something, not as part of some special set. The only reason I'm getting the drone from a set is because in America we have yet to see the red drone as a separate release. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and rate this video. Thanks, and have a good day.